Hello everyone, I'm Santiago and today I'm gonna be testing Left 4 Dead 2 on the RTX 3060. So this is a game I played basically my whole life, from HD graphics or only integrated graphics all the way up to now on the 3060, and to spice things up I like to try higher resolutions, in this case 8K 7680 by 4320. For this resolution we need to lower the shader detail to medium instead of very high. What we miss on this is flashlight shadows, so let me continue here and we come back. So the flashlight does not produce shadows, and we're going to be testing this in the hard rain last level. So let's go and try that out. As you can see, the FPS counter is very tiny, but I did my best to make it look correct. And as you can clearly see, we're over 60 frames per second at 8K resolution. So as you can see, at 3060, as always, for 1080p, 1440p, 4K, you get over 100 FPS on any setting in this game. But for 8K, we need to do only shaders on medium. Kind of a bummer, I know. You lose the flashlight shadows, but it's 8K. I mean, what were you expecting? What kind of surprises me is that we're using only 4 gigs of VRAM, at least right now. And I use some mods, usually for the UI and some minor adjustments, quality of life stuff, also increasing the FOV and all that. So let's call reinforcements, let's go for the boat, so everyone comes and kills us. But so far, as you can see, 8K is the most interesting test I was going to do for this game. We're doing 4K, 1440p and 1080p in a few minutes. So let's see the horde of zombies attacking us, what happens with flashlights on. But it's the game you know and love, Left 4 Dead 2. If you want to check any of the mods I'm using, links in the description. It's all workshop mods. They shouldn't affect performance at all. Again, mostly quality of life stuff. But I think it's a game you should experience if you haven't already. It's pretty old, I know. But with modern GPUs, as you can see, it's pretty easy to run, even at very high resolutions. So yeah, I think you should give it a shot. Down. Okay, where's the horde of zombies at? I'm still waiting. But man, I remember playing this at 800 by 600. Good times. Yeah, it would have blown my mind, my childhood's mind, if I knew I could play this as such a high resolution and settings. Okay, that was very easy. It's probably because I'm playing on normal or something. Okay, so far so good. 100% GPU utilization. VRAM is fine. RAM is fine. There we go. More zombos. Also, one thing I do not like about this game, the guns are way too loud. I mean, it's fine. It's realistic in that regard, but man, I have to lower the game volume so much for me. The guns are just too loud. But that's fine, there are some mods on Steam that you can check out on the workshop that lower the volume only on the guns, like 10 decibels, and that's absolutely perfect. I didn't use that here because I don't like the mixing when they lower the volume 10 decibels. I wish I could do it myself. Like, I don't know, a volume bar for that. So, okay, we're 5 minutes in, let's swap to 4K, shall we? Welcome back, we're now at 4K, and well, it's a much lower resolution, so we can crank it up to the maximum. We're using 4 times MSAA because this game doesn't have any TAA, and everything is maxed out, as you can see here. So, let's get into it. 4K, we now have flashlight shadows, beautiful. We have over 200 FPS, at least in here. I'm going to grab the M16 and let's go. Yeah, even the zombies are affected by the flashlight. for the shadows, I mean. But as you can see, the 3060, more than enough. If we could do 8K 60 with some settings turned down, I mean 4K is just a breeze, 200 FPS. You can do 4K 144 if you had a 4K 144 display. I want to get one of those in the future, it would be interesting. Of course, many games won't be playable at 4K at 144, but this is one of them, and I honestly played this game quite a bit. When I was a kid, I wasn't able to play online. My connection was absolute garbage. It was like 200 milliseconds, so I did a headshot and it took a few seconds to register. So yeah, I love reliving my childhood, but now being able to play with other people instead of only bots. Right now I'm playing with bots, by the way, because we're just testing this. But I think 1440p and 1080p in this case is completely unnecessary. We're going to be doing it for a couple minutes just to show you, but I mean the game is locked to 300 FPS as far as I remember, but we are limited by the CPU by then, so yeah, it's kind of a waste of time. Even if you don't have a 4K display, I'll just force 4K using DSR. Dynamic Super Resolution, if you didn't know about it. You can multiply the resolution of your monitor, basically. So you can do, if you have a 1080p display, do 4 times the resolution, and you are forcing 4K on a 1080p screen. And the benefit with that is that you're downsampling the image, so you're cramping up all those pixels in a smaller monitor, and you're getting basically no aliasing whatsoever. It looks extremely sharp. You can do the same on a 1440p screen. Tank. Oh, I have a Molotov and I forgot. Ultra fail. So yeah, I mean, we might be doing, yeah, I think I'll do 1440p right now, because this is over 100 FPS already. Yeah, let's do that. Let's pause the game. And we do very quickly 1440p, but with 8 times MSIA. I know it's a waste, but we can do it, so why not? Let's do that change. Allow me a few seconds. Okay. 1440p now. 8 times MSIA, as you can clearly see. And we're still over 140 FPS. So yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of a waste of time, I would say. Okay, more zombos coming. So yeah, nothing to worry about. So many FPSs. So yeah, I'm going to do 1080p super quick. As you can see, sometimes it drops into the upper 150s range. So yeah, we are CPU limited there, I'm guessing, because too many FPS. So very quickly 1080p with 8 times MSIA, because as you could see, even at 1440p we could do it. So back to 1080p now. 1080p, 8 times MSIA, everything maxed out. And let's go back. And as you can see, 170 FPS in this part, that for some reason doesn't fully utilize the GPU. Again, I guess it's a CPU limitation, because the higher the FPS, the higher the CPU usage. But yeah, so many FPS, you can completely max out your 144Hz display if you really wanted. Another tank. But as you can see in this case, I would recommend 4K highest settings, and you should be more than fine. And if you want to try 8K for some reason, I really think 4K already looks super sharp. If you want to force 8K on your 4K screen, you can do so, but I think it's a waste of resources, honestly. I think you're better off just playing at 4K. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this different kind of video with me on it all the time. Again, Left 4 Dead 2, one of my favorite games of all time. Very cheap on Steam sales, has a lot of content, has mods, has everything that you would want in a zombie game, in my opinion at least. And it runs fantastically well, so just go grab it and enjoy your time. And if you have a 3060, you can do 4K. And I have videos on all my GPUs on this game, so check the links in the description for that. Like, subscribe if you like what I'm doing here, and I'll see ya next time. Bye guys, thanks for watching.